What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. We are carrying on with the themed drafts today. One of the top comments from yesterday's video was from Frank Oliver and he says the slowest players draft, and that has nearly 300 thumbs up. One of the most thumbed up comments. There was a couple of other ones as well that were quite big. The smallest draft and the Wenger draft, which is playing everyone out of position. So we might tackle those over the next few days. But once again, guys, you slaughtered that like button. Nearly 7,000 likes on episode 130. I appreciate it. Let's go again. Let's try and get 8,000 likes today. Let's just try and make it a great one. And so for today, guys, we are going to pick the slowest draft possible. I wonder if 3 at the back might be better for the slowest draft, because fullbacks that are slow will get ruined. No, we won't. We'll go with a traditional midfield. It's going to be difficult. Like, I probably don't expect to get out the first round, right? Because even like a situation like this where Cazorla is my first pick. By the way, what a set of captains. I would love to pick this Aubameyang. Just don't have the opportunity. Cazorla with the 71 pace is great, but of course if I get another centre mid or cam that has less than 71 pace that can fit in there, Cazorla will be dropped out. So the first picks aren't really that important. It's more about the last picks that are the most important ones. So we get Mario Balotelli is up. Chicharito and Aspas not really fussed about, but that Sturridge card would be nice. But we're going to go with Mario Balotelli. He goes up at that left striker spot. Now, as long as we don't get someone with like 40 or 50 pace or something, could be reasonably decent. But, as I say, I'm not really looking... Ooh, Gignac or Kane. I'm going to obviously go with Harry Kane because he links with Santi Cazorla. I never see this Mertens card either, and now we've got a card that I would love to take but can't. Yeah, as long as we don't get players in like the 30s and 40s, I should be able to do okay. I don't really expect much out of a draft that's titled the slowest draft. We actually get a really, really good player in Team of the Season Toni Kroos on 51 pace. Now, if we could get another Team of the Season card with 51 pace, I'll take that. I don't mind that at all, like an Nzonzi or something like that. No Nzonzi, but we get Iborra next up, who gets some nice links in there. But as I say, I don't think that this will be the starting players. Oh, this could be a problem. 64 pace on Espinoza, so he's going to have to go in there. He doesn't link with anyone, and is very unlikely we're going to get a link with anyone. The fullbacks actually might be a saving grace. Gonul there with 83 pace, Turkish player as well. Let's get 61 pace of... I'll tell you what, again, I'm not too disappointed in getting Gerard Piqué. He's a decent player. I'm getting high-rated, low-paced players, and that's what I don't mind. What I don't want is someone like this guy, Bassa. 47 pace just doesn't interest me. It's going to be very, very difficult to use him. 76 pace for Contrao as well. That's such a shame. If Contrao had one more pace point, we could use this guy, and it would be great for chemistry. But we have to use the ex-Real Madrid man. Or if we had the Real Madrid version of Contrao, it would obviously be perfect as well. And now for speed, I guess we go for the lowest speed goalkeeper, which is Trapp, which isn't too bad. So the team itself here, guys, isn't so bad. As I said, the problem isn't going to be this first 11. The problem now is going to be what comes of the next 12 players. 38 speed for Ter Stegen, and he has less than Trapp for speed. Way less than Trapp, so he's going to have to go in there, and that actually benefits us for chemistry because he's got a strong link to PK, who also has a strong link to Iborra, so he gets full chem. That is great. I'm happy with that. I wonder if we can boost anything anywhere. It doesn't look like we can. Now's where the problem's going to come. 64 pace, 62 pace of Basanta is obviously the guy we're going to have to take, but the question is, he has more pace than PK, which is great, and more K than Bassa, which is not great, because that means we have to use Bassa. Well, I suppose Bassa's going to be in the team no matter what, because he's so slow. I'm actually very, very happy that he has one more pace point than PK, because that means PK gets to stay in the team. So we need our worst defender to have 62 pace minimum in this this next pick, and that's exactly what we have. So we get ourselves 82 pace of Holebas. Now the question is, does he have... Holebas has less pace than Gonul, which interestingly... Oh wait, he's left back. He has more pace than Contral and less pace than Gonul. So we just got to use... We have to use Contral because obviously left back. What we do in these, if you guys don't know, like we stay in position. So instead of playing like 62 pace instead of the 76 pace and just crushing chemistry and giving literally no chance, we stick with the positions as long as they can get perfect chem. So in the striker spot, I'll put strikers and centre forwards. In the cam spot, I'll put centre forward, centre mid and cams. In the centre mid spot, we'll do cams, centre mids and CDMs. And in the CDM spot, we'll do centre mids and CDMs, just to make sure that we've got at least some resemblance of a team. You know what I mean? Next up, 51 pace of Bastian Schweinsteiger is a winner. He has to be slower than the other people, so he's slower than Iborra. This is where Santi Cazorla gets out. See, now I can't use Santi, because Santi is the fastest player in there, and he now has to come out. And that is a bit of an issue. Schweinsteiger and Toni Kroos in the midfield. Like I would like wingers. Oh wow, Fellaini. Look at that Salah card. Look how nice that looks. Marouane Fellaini is going to be our next pick. Interestingly, he's also going to be in the team because he has less pace than Espinoza, but he actually benefits us. How crazy is that? That's pretty damn awesome. That midfield is not so bad. Yeah, it's slow as you like, but it's not so bad. Next up, obviously we're not going to be able to use any of these. Marco Reus he'll be a good substitute, but we can't even get him into the team anyway. And Balotelli and Harry Kane are 77 and 73. So as long as I don't get a striker that has less than 73 pace, I'm going to be all right. 68 pace there is a left mid. We can't use him anyway, but we'll take him because he is the lowest pace player. I wouldn't mind another couple of wingers just so I can get some decent subs for half time or later. What have we got for pace here? 78 pace on McGeady, which is who we have to take again. Does he still have 5-star skill moves? Yeah, still has 5-star skill moves, so he'll be a good sub to have as well. We'll pop him on there. Only 64 chemistry right now, but I'll tell you what, the only player that I'm really not overly keen on is Bassa here. The rest of this team, we'll take a proper look at the team once we've got it fully built, and we'll take a look at like work rates and strengths and weaknesses. We actually get that Luka Modric. How about that? We can't use him as a starter, but as a sub, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. And as I say, if we can keep this this draft 77 left back. Now, does he have less pace? I hope he does. He doesn't. God damn it. He's got one more pace on Contral. That's really, really disappointing. He would have worked perfectly in that left back spot. Next on the list, Aymeric Laporte is the slowest. I believe he's faster than PK. Thank God for that. I prefer him. And he can't go on. He can't go on that centre back spot instead of Bassa either because he's got no pace. And then last but not least, we get Went, who also has more pace than Contral. So we've got Modric and Royce as a couple of subs. Other than that, it's a bit whatever. Or I wouldn't assume that I have to put the slowest players on the team, right? I assume I could at least have some subs. Or is that too easy? No, tell you what, let's just put the slowest players on the bench as well. So 65, there's a 71 there in Santi. We've got a 77 there who is slower than the 78. There you go. So the three best attacking players that I could have had don't even get onto the team. So we've got the slowest bench possible, the slowest set of players possible. Now, what I like about this team is Balotelli 4-star, 6'2". I like. He's actually got a decent card. I've used him somewhat this year earlier on. He was decent. Harry Kane is a clinical finisher. High as well, 6'2" as well. That's actually not a bad card at all. On 7 chemistry 2, I like that. I like that a lot. Bastian Schweinsteiger is going to be a bit of an issue. I don't know if I'd prefer Kroos at cam. I would prefer Kroos at cam. Really good shooting, really good passing, 5-star weak foot, 6 foot tall. We've actually got a massive squad up front. We've actually got a massive team altogether, I feel like. 6 foot with Schweinsteiger, another with high work rates. This team is going to be very, very tired very, very early on. And then Marouane Fellaini as well, medium, 6'4". This team is huge. But other than pace, it's got very well-rounded stats. Now, Iborra as a CDM, 6'5" tall, 4-star weak foot, and really nice defending and physical. What I'm going to have to do here, dudes, when we look at Contrail as well, 5'10", not the worst for Contrail. He's not the greatest player. PK as well, quite happy with him, 6'4". Great defending, of course, not the best pace. Bassa, this guy's going to be the only problem in the team. But the benefit we have is that he has low, medium work rates. Okay, he's only got 47 pace, he's only got 77 defending, but he's nice and tall, and he should do a job. We've got Gonul there, decent enough cards, as you know, similar to players like Lichtsteiner or Luke Shaw in the terms of pace and defending and such, and then Ter Stegen in goal. So I don't mind this. I don't mind this team at all. What do we get out of here? 66 from him. 65 from him, 66 from him, 65 from him, 65 from him. Let's go and take him. And we'll go on to 66. 66 chemistry, not the greatest. An 82 rated team, even worse. But what I want to do is change the way this team plays. So first things first, I want to do player instructions. Of course, okay, so it's already stay back. That's already stay back. I want all of this midfield to stay back while attacking. And I also want them all on conservative interceptions. And the reason why I'm going to try that, and this might backfire because I don't really understand how it works too well, but my opinion is that conservative interceptions means that they don't expend energy to try and go and intercept the ball. And because they're slow with bad work rates, they're going to get drained of stamina quite quickly, which is a problem, right? So I hope by putting conservative interceptions on, it keeps him fresher for longer. I don't want him to get in behind. I want him to be a target man and press back line. And I want the same for Harry Kane. Stay central, target man and press back line. And then for custom tactics, let's do something a bit different. Let's slow this down. Let's play a nice slow game. A nice passing. Again, this may well backfire, dudes. I don't know. I want my pressure and my aggression way down. I don't want to be aggressive here. I want to try and like control and dictate the game. I don't really have any other alternatives. Shooting, we don't want. I want crossing, I want high, because I've got some big dudes in. So I want to pop crossing up. And if this does, if I go out in round one, so be it. This is the slowest draft in FIFA. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we get into the first game, the opponent has got a very strong team compared to mine. Striker Sanchez, team of the season Suarez, team of the year Dani Alves and Iniesta, informed De Bruyne. Like, honestly, I thought, okay, it was fun. It was fun. We haven't even played the game. We don't know how good the guy is, but he's got so much pace, so much power. I thought I had no chance, but I managed to find a real good understanding with the team. It made me play a different style of FIFA. It made me play a really passive, safe style of FIFA. And all I was thinking was, why don't I play like this when I've got normal / good players? Because I feel like I'd be a much better overall FIFA player. You know, of course I was going to get hit on counters for pace here. Alexis Sanchez is just way too fast for my defence. Slides out one past the keeper, a great finish. We of course went 1-0 up in the first place, and then it became 1-1. But I was controlling the game, and the reason why I was controlling the game is because I was being so protective of the ball. My opponent just didn't have a chance. We ended up getting a header there from Marouane Fellaini in at the front post to make it 2-1. And to my surprise, that is where the opponent decided he had had enough. And it was a surprise to me because it was only 2-1. It was just after half-time. He had a far better team. And although I was controlling the game, later on in the game when my slow players were tired, I would have, you know, really had troubles. But this guy decided that he didn't want any more to do with this game. His keeper made 5 saves, my keeper 3 saves. Got a 2-1 win, and I was more than happy to take this team through to the quarterfinals. He had 3 shots, 2 on target, less possession, less passing. I performed very well in that game. I was very happy. So, guys, we move on to the second round, the quarterfinal, and we come up against a very nice team. Payet, Lallana, De Bruyne and Mahrez in form. Man of the match Mkhitaryan, Gary Lineker, the legend, Clichy, Bellerin, Danilo and Monreal in defence, and in form Lloris. And I look at that defence and I think, you know what? Other than Bellerin, that's not the fastest. However, Clichy and Danilo off-chem with the pace that they have, it's actually very fast for centre-backs. They're not the tallest, but they have got more pace than most centre-backs you would have. And that might be something interesting to look at in the in the next iteration of FIFA, like getting tall fullbacks with good work rates that have a lot of pace and a lot of defending and maybe putting them into a good position. So we end up going 1-0 up with a Toni Kroos free kick. Very nice indeed. We also go 2-0 up with a Marouane Fellaini header. Another one at that near post corner. Just very OP, having a dude so tall and so good at heading the ball into the back of the net there. I end up winning this game 2-1. This was by no means an easy game. I did dominate possession, again, just because, as I said earlier on, I had to protect the ball. I had to protect the ball because otherwise, if I just give up the ball too easily, I'm just going to get slaughtered on the counter. So although I had a lot more possession, the game was quite even. My opponent could have had a couple of goals himself. And then we go into the semi-final, dudes. An interesting team. A lot of good players in there again. Butragueno, the Movember, Lacazette, Pastore, Coutinho, 2 team of the seasons. He has got silver centre-back, but I believe he subbed him out quite quickly for Marcelo, if I remember correctly. I don't know what version of Marcelo it was. But the pace of Butragueno here gets through. PK does get a good tackle in. You make of this what you will, guys. Make of this what you will. I don't know what to say about that. I don't feel like I should have conceded a goal there, but I did concede a goal there. However, the EAs was very, very, very quickly equalised. The corner comes in from me at the near post. My opponent heads it out. It falls to Mario Balotelli. He takes a shot. It hits my own player and then falls back to my own player, Toni Kroos there. My opponent there tries to clear it. Big clearance. It goes about 3 yards straight to the feet of Toni Kroos, and I pull one back. So aids on aids, and we go to 1-1. Eventually I conceded again, a finesse shot from range to go 2-1 down. I'm a bit disappointed the goalkeeper didn't save that. You know, Ter Stegen on 10 chemistry, he should be getting a hand to that. You know, shouldn't really be conceding from that easy opportunity. We eventually made it. Well, we didn't make it 2-2 actually. Again, just look at the aids. I hit the post or the bar 3 times in the space of about 12 in-game seconds there. Very disappointing. I did eventually get the goal back to put me in at 2-2. A great ball through to Mario Balotelli. A beautiful finish underneath the goalkeeper to make it 2-2. And then in the 80th minute, guys, I managed to notch one ahead. Harry Kane lays it into Cruz. Cruz into Bruno Cesar here, who's I brought on as a sub. A bad pass from the defence into Santi Cazorla, back to Bruno Cesar, into Toni Kroos, and he lays that into the back of the net to put me 3-2 to the good. Unfortunately, in the 90th minute, it kind of all fell apart for me. A lunge there from Kroos. He was unable to just keep hold of the ball, really. I don't know why. I feel like he should have had possession of that. I should have been able to clear it, and that should have been game over. But no, my opponent scores in the 90th minute. And then still in the 90th minute, Lionel Messi down the right-hand side has way too much pace for Santi Cazorla. I've got no chance of catching him there. He gets a right foot cross in, and the aids were back again. I feel like 3 of the goals I conceded, I just shouldn't have conceded. However, I made it to the semi-final with this team. I'm not too displeased with that. I gave it a good shot, a good effort. I felt like I played really well with given the team that we had. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So, guys, we end up losing in the semi-final. Bit disappointed with how I lost that game, but I completely understand why I lost that game. I did have one chance on the stroke of half-time that I can't believe didn't go in. It hit the post and the bar like 4 times in a row in the space of like 1 in-game minute. It was insane. But when I was 2-1 down, the longer I was that game was going on, I was chasing the game so hard that my players just had no energy left, like nothing at all. I took the lead at 3-2 in the 81st minute or so. Then in the 90th minute, his first goal literally came from a simple pass in the midfield. But as you guys know, when you've got low stamina, the passing is just not as accurate as it should be. It's one of the stats that decline with the decline of stamina, like power and things like that. He just got a lucky deflection on the edge of the box and slammed it home for 3-3. I literally can't even remember how he scored the 4th goal. I think he ran down the right-hand side with Lionel Messi. I believe it fell to Butragueno at one stage or another, and I literally just could not keep up with his players. But I'm really happy with the performance with the team. We got to the semi-final. We were 3-2 up in the 90th minute of the semi-final. We were this close to going to the final with this team. You can't be mad at that. That's a good performance in my opinion. If you would have said to me what round you reckon you'll go out in, I probably would have said the first round. So, but getting this close to the final, I'm very, very happy with that. It was tricky to play with this team for sure. I had to just play a completely different style of FIFA, and I wonder how this game would be if I played this style of FIFA with a beast team. I wonder what the difference would be. I wonder how it whether it would make me a better player or a worse player. We end up getting a big player out of the pack. We're going to get Isco. That's not bad. An 84 rated Isco out of the 7.5k pack. I'll take that definitely. A squad fitness card as well there. I don't know what Isco's going for right now. About 4,000 or 5,000 coins. That's pretty decent. So we're going to make some coins back from today's draft. Probably going to actually make a profit back. With the gameplay, you're looking at like 2,000 coins. There's like around 6,000 to 7,000 coins there. So we only need maybe 5,000 to 8,000 coins on average to get our money back. Now, the fact that there was no big flare there, maybe we're not going to get 5,000 to 8,000 coins back. But we get 283s, both BPL as well, which is quite nice. So yeah, a couple of thousand coins for Pedro as well, which is nice. We get a Mexican right back as well, which might be nice. A couple of thousand coins for Chicharito. So that's like, give or take, 3,000 to 4,000. A few extra bits and bobs through those dudes there as well. Squad fitness card. We made profit off of this draft. Not that making profit is what's important now. We get like 900 coins off of this guy as well. You know, we've proven that we can make the profit. The cam to centre forward card could be quite good. And a shadow chem style. That is great. Now I know we made profit. The cam to centre forward is a nice consumable. And the shadow chem style, I believe they've like plummeted in price now. Yeah, they're like 3,500 to 4,000, maybe 3,000 to 3,500 coins. But hey, man, I'll take it. That was good. And as I said, dudes, even though I lost in spectacular fashion in the semi-final, I'm really happy with the performance in this draft. I thought I did a great job. I thought the draft was fun to play with, and it just gives a new dimension to FIFA during these latter stages. This, though, dudes, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.